Hi, I'm David Kirschtel, CEO of the JCC, and I want to welcome you to We Are Rockland. This theme is important as the JCC is here for the entire community. Whether you are an infant or a senior over 100 years old, regardless of your background, our doors are open wide for everyone. Tonight, we are thrilled to honor Steve Gold, Dr. Karen Tessick, Supervisor George Holman, Assemblyman Ken Zabrowski, and the Jewish Community Campus. Their full bios are in the online journal. We are grateful to our hosts this evening, which include Mary and Paul Adler, Missy and Frank Borelli, Robin and Mitch Brill with Jill and Jeffrey Deegan, Evan and Greg Karshevsky, Adam and Rachel Kurland hosting with Stephanie and John Rips, and Ellen and Floyd Gloskin, Robin and Paul Hoffman, Adrian and Scott Millich, and Ellen and Steve Stone. As always, the JCC is grateful for the support of the Jewish Federation and Foundation of Rockland, and we appreciate the support of each of you in attendance and everyone who supported tonight's event. I also want to take a minute to thank our sponsors. The overall sponsor, Crown Plaza Hotel, Suffern Mahwah, Atlantic, Tomorrow's Office, Good Samaritan Hospital, Mercedes-Benz of Nanuet, Orange Bank and Trust, Suez, Stephanie and Simon Bergson, Manhattan Beer Distributors, Active International, Kantrowitz Goldhammer and Graveman, Lynn and Hank Myers, and a thank you also to our development team, Jamie Chiaramonti, our Assistant Director of Donor Relations, and of course, Elena Height, our Director of Donor Relations. Tonight we have an online auction, which includes items such as a family tennis membership to Paramount Country Club, a Bleckman Smile, and other great items that can be accessed at jccrockland.org. And the auction will close at 11 p.m. tonight. We want to share with you a short video which features our honorees. And a special thank you to Joe Allen and Chris Kenley for producing the video.
What is a community? Webster says it's many things. A community is a unified body of individuals. It's people with common interests living in a particular area, or a group of people with a common characteristic or interest living together within a larger society. It's a body of persons having a common history or common social, economic, or political interest. And that's only the start.
You walk into the door of a building that has an Israeli flag outside, an American flag, and you don't necessarily know what to expect. It's such a warm place that once you come through the doors, you feel like you're at home. Forgetting any labels, everybody that walks through the door is welcomed and feels comfortable.
I think it's great how the JCC has brought in, preschool and now has a pool. And if you look at the demographics of the people that are registering for camp, it's not all, Jewish. And I think that's great that we are a community center, even though we're a Jewish community center. But I think an important word besides being Jewish is that word community.
Living outside community is solitary and inefficient. That's why people move towards each other rather than away from one another. As part of a community, we feel safe in our pursuits of a better life for ourselves and our families. We can embrace our moments of happiness, sadness, joy, and fear together, leaning on one another because we know we share common bonds.
I think the J is going to have its way to be a community resource, a place where everybody's welcome, everybody's invited. They seek out fun ways like the dodgeball tournament to bring people together, but also a lot of their programs are just geared towards doing right by the community. And I think people of different faiths, different nationalities, different backgrounds and walks of life recognize that.
From the cultural programs that are here, to the community programs that are here, to the religious programs that are here, that builds understanding, it builds community, it builds friendships, it develops relationships, and it enables people to really feel better, not only about their community, but about themselves. And really, that's what community is all about.
For many, JCC Rockland serves as the thread that ties us together, under one roof, one sky, one hope. Sometimes it's a spiritual sky, other times it's a recreational sky, or perhaps an intellectual one, a childcare sky, or even an elder sky. Whatever kind of sky, the JCC continues to bring people together.
One of the key components when they approached me about the award, and the theme of it was We Are Rockland, to me, my heart just went, yes, that's what we need for our kids, and that's what we need for our families. This organization is so looking to bring people together, to have conversations, to enjoy each other. They're extending their invitation for their social activities. I went to see their early education program. I just fell in love. This is a resource in this community that we just have to keep spreading the word about.
In times of great celebration and in times of deep tragedy, being part of a community offers the ability to hold on to one another, to create that great emotional human bond.
I went to all 6 synagogues, and I came here to the J with the police chief to make sure that folks knew here that they were safe, and that the Clarkstown Police Department was going to make sure that they were going to be safe. And then jumping ahead to 2 days later, attending that wonderful and emotionally moving service, recognizing those that were killed in Pittsburgh. That was just such a tremendous event, and in a very practical sense, it's probably one of the only places in Clarkstown that we actually could have had that many people gather together comfortably to be able to worship, to be able to celebrate, and to be able to recognize how important it was for us to be able to speak against that type of hatred, but also for us to be able to come together and know that we support one another in times of tragedy.
You need places where people can gather and interact and learn about each other. And I think the J has become that. It's been that for a long time now in Rockland County. And it's just a place people can come together, whether it's bringing kids into the preschool programs or utilizing the gym or coming to some of the meetings and things, and obviously some of the events throughout the year. I think it's just a great community builder.
The idea that we walked into the president of the Olympics office was astonishing. I thought I was in a dream. Look what we did as such a small community that the world paid attention to us. You know, David took an idea and Mickey took an idea, and we grew that idea into, you know, a momentum that made an effect, because now there's some type of memorial for the Munich 11.
This community we are part of is strong and vibrant. It needs to continue on its path of inclusion so that more of us in Rockland can feel what it's like to be part of something so vital.
The jail will continue to provide the programs. The challenge we have is that the campus has debt. We need to figure out a way to manage that debt better, ultimately pay it down. And if we pay it down, we can actually expand the campus. But it's important for all of Rockland that this building is here and helping our community.
If we truly are going to stand behind the word community, then we need to make sure that those who have a need, not only within our own community, but the greater Rockland community and organizations throughout the community, that we try to be there for them as well. All of that good work, which has been very meaningful, won't be meaningful if the JCC can't secure its capital needs.
If we can't support a building like this, an organization like this, or all the other organizations that are in this building, and having such a large Jewish population, then that's pretty sad.
It's up to us to protect and defend this shining star called JCC Rockland, this beacon of unity, and the place we can turn to, our parents can turn to, and our children will hopefully always be able to turn to as well.
That was a great video. I have a last request for each of you before I turn the evening over to your hosts. Tomorrow at the Jewish Community Campus, we are hosting our second dodgeball tournament, which focuses on our nonprofit organizations working together for unity in our community. The tournament begins at 1:30 p.m. As I have shared previously, the JCC is open to the entire community, but also the JCC is here for the community. As part of the dodgeball tournament, our Mitzvah project is to support the hungry in Rockland County. There are currently 30,000 food insecure people who do not have enough food to eat. Look at us this evening, eating and drinking, yet think about it. Many people are not so fortunate. We are trying to collect 30,000 cans of tuna and 30,000 coins. The proceeds are being split equally between Catholic Charities, Rockland Jewish Family Service, and People to People. At some JCC fundraisers, we raise money from event attendees for financial assistance. This is important to meet the JCC's operating goals, but feeding the hungry is critical. So I am asking all of you tonight, think about how fortunate we all are, and let's raise money to be split equally between the three organizations. Each dollar donated could be considered equivalent to a can of tuna. Please now go to jccrockland.org and click the donate link and donate generously. My wife Elena and I are in for $360. We welcome your donations from $18 to $25,000. You can help make a difference to feed the hungry in Rockland County. We will announce the total tonight from all attendees at 11 p.m. and let's really make a difference in our community. Thank you all.